That is a sweet suit, okay?
Appreciate you, boss.
You
Thank
look
you.
good, man.
Thank you. Feel good, too,
You
man.
doing all right?
Yes,
you having fun here?
I'm enjoying
You had a big crowd, man. I watched you walk through here. And
It was that big, for real?
It was big.
That was bigger than anybody here this week.
Yeah,
really? That's
yeah.
awesome.
So it's nice to meet you for the first time.
Likewise.
Heard a lot of good things about you.
Appreciate
The obvious question: are you healthy?
Oh, feeling great.
There's talk about shoulder and everything. Take us through that. Healthy, good to go, pretty.
Feeling great, just ready to play ball. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
You've probably only been asked that question 100 times today.
Oh,
so.
man, 101.
All right, let me take you back to early November last year. You hurt the hamstring.
Yeah.
If you're going to hurt that hamstring, could you guys have beaten Georgia? Would the season been, again, completely different at that point?
Yeah, I definitely feel like we had a chance to, but everything happens for a reason. It didn't play out for a reason, but next year it's going to be a whole new story.
DJ, talk about your football team a little bit. Obviously, the whole offensive line's back.
For sure.
I think it's the best running back room maybe in the country.
Yep.
You got some young receivers. The people around you, give me an assessment of them and how you feel about that group.
Yeah, you kind of pretty touched all of it, like what you just named off. Like, we got a lot of great guys in the building, like a lot of good players that have played a lot of valuable snaps. And, and we got a lot of young guys, too, that can come in and play right away. And I feel like that's huge for our team and for our culture, to continue to have it going.
The confidence of the second half of last season, how important is that moving forward now?
Oh, it's vital, and I feel like my teammates and everybody around us knows how that feels and don't want to lose anymore because we know what winning feels like. And I feel like that's all it takes is when you know what it feels like and you taste it, you're going to do whatever it takes to get back to that. So I feel like it's great.
DJ, how hard is it playing knowing you were hurt as bad as you were? You had the big thing on your leg.
For sure.
I mean, take us through that. It's got to be frustrating. You got to be thinking, these people aren't really seeing the real me. What was that
facts.
like?
I'd say the whole season, like I felt like it was frustrating because I wasn't able to be myself, play my game, because I had the shoulder thing going a little bit in the before the season even started, but I just feel like I'm just excited to get out there feeling good, feeling healthy, feeling strong, to just go out there and play and just showcase my abilities, And at the end of the day, my strength coach always used to say, find a way to win. Winners find a way to win. You got to find a way. And that kind of carried me on. So, yeah.
So, full go, DJ Lagway, no injuries, healthy the whole season. Team, how far can this team go?
Our team can go as far as we allow it to go. If we play our brand of football, and that's being tough, being resilient, being strong, and refusing to lose, then the sky's the limit.
I was here. We've all watched. I watched Tebow come through here.
Yes, sir.
I know you and Danny Worth will come through. We had Danny on today. Everybody's talking about you, and you know that. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You know that DJ is. Everyone's talking about DJ. How do you stay grounded? How do you keep from letting it go to your head?
Yes, for sure.
How do you make sure you keep your teammates not from getting jealous for all the attention you get? Take me through that process.
Yeah, I just say kind of the way I was raised. I feel like my whole life's kind of been in the limelight just growing up. From a small town in Willis, and it just kind of gradually got bigger and bigger each and every year. And, I'm thankful for it because what God gives. He gives what you can handle. And I feel like God has entrusted me to handle all this responsibility, all this expectations, and I feel like I know he doesn't make any mistakes. So I just got to go out there and continue to stay humble, continue to work hard, and continue to trust in my teammates and my coaches, and everything will work out for itself.
So I'm sure you had other schools coming after you this year.
For sure.
How do players veer away from that and think, all right, I got to stay where I am. I got to stay where grow where I've been rooted.
For sure. I'm an old school cat. So, I kind of even going to Willis High School where I'm from, we weren't a winning program or whatsoever, but I wanted to build that up. And my whole thing is leaving a program better than I found it. And I feel like I left Willis better than I found it, and I potentially hope to leave Florida better than I found it, and on fourth, God willing. So that's just kind of my goal. And, I like to build things up from the ground up, and I feel like that's why me and Coach Napier get along so well, because he has that same mantra.
So never thought of leaving then?
No, sir, never have.
Yeah.
No.
Final question, and I've asked all the Gators. I've asked Caleb this. I've asked Jake this. I'm going to ask you this.
Cool.
Florida was elite
Yep.
for a long time.
For sure.
Hasn't been elite for a while.
Yep.
What would it mean, particularly in your position, but for all of you guys, to be the group that brought Florida back to relevance and to being an elite program again?
Oh, it'd be great. And that's the goal. That's what we work every day for. That's what we get up in the morning and sweat and have blood and tears, for that moment. And fans deserve it as well, so that's kind of our whole thing right now.
DJ Lagway, it's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard great
Likewise.
things about you,
Thank
and
you,
you're a
sir.
Thank you,
stand-up
DJ.
guys I knew
Appreciate
you would be.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate you
Thank
stopping
you.
by.
Go Gators.